is this one thing. And I just made a video saying it. One thing I have learned as I get older, I'm in my 40s now. One of the biggest things that we must learn is this right here. When something ain't meant to be, there's nothing in this universe that could keep it together. There's nothing in this universe that could actually make it work. There's nothing in this world that could actually make it be together. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing at all in this world that could actually make it glue. When something ain't meant to be, I don't care how much you like them, how much you love them, how much you want them, it doesn't make a difference. I think we're trying too hard to put together what's not supposed to be. And I think we are suffering. You know, when things are causing disruption in your life, sometimes it doesn't mean to try harder. It means to just not give up, but be done with it. It's different. It's a difference between giving up and you are having enough. You had enough and giving up. It's two different things. Many of us, we ain't got enough yet. It's been years of disruption, years of anger, years of resentment, and we ain't got enough yet. Like, what are we waiting for, right? What are we waiting for? But we don't want to let it go. I think we are so afraid to let it go because we think if we let it go, we don't know what's the next, we don't know what's new. We don't know who's the new person is going to be. We don't know if we can be loved again, if somebody could love us better. You know what I mean? Listen, one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my life is thinking that same mindset, having that same mindset, right? You know what I'm saying? Like having that same mindset, hoping that somebody can come, waiting for somebody to come along that's better so I could actually release this. You can't, listen, if you're going to release somebody from your life and somebody's causing disruption, tension, even diseases, even sicknesses. So many of us are sick, literally sick. We are experiencing sickness. Original type, what's going on with you? Hey, Miss Greenhouse, how are you? So many of us, our bodies are sick. We are weary. We are stressed. We are burnt out. What's going on, Big Mac? We are burnt out, tired, done. Yet we have the things in our life that's causing it. Yeah, we are sick, and those people that's making us sick is still in our lives. They are still in our lives. They are still in our lives, just looking at you every day. You sleeping with them every night. You know what I mean? Hey, Ro, how we doing? Ro. We sleeping with these, it's like we're sleeping with the enemy. The same thing that drains your energy, you are sleeping with them. You know how much sense that don't make? And as you get older, you realize sex really don't mean the same as it did when we were younger. Do you remember? You know what though? Original type, the narcissist, everybody ain't one, Sometimes it's just us. We just don't want to release. Sometimes people just don't like us. People don't like us as much as we like them. You know what I mean? And people will find a way to leave, but they don't have to be a narcissist. They want to find a way to leave, but they don't want to tell you that they don't want to tell you because they're afraid that your feelings going to get hurt. You know what I mean? And some people just want to show you how they feel. They want to ignore your calls. You know what I mean? They want to have their actions show you, hoping that you will end it. But we don't want to end it because we want, tell me, just say it. Say what? Nobody ain't got to say nothing. Seriously, nobody ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say it to me twice. Listen, you ain't got to say it to me once. If you show me from your actions, hey Anna, if you show me from your actions, you show me from your behaviors, you don't talk to me, and you feel, because you know what? When people are ready to leave, they're gonna feel cold. Like you can tell the connection is broken. You can always tell the connection is broken. And let me tell you how. When the connection is broken, different frequencies will appear. And different frequencies come with conversation. Like you can tell when conversation is actually there. When it's changed, that means the frequency changed. That means I don't want to be here no more. Like, damn, every time, we have to argue all the time. Nah, now his friends are stalking. That's just people ego, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Angel, how you doing? Listen, hey, Cave Girl Zulu. So when, and let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Everybody waiting for communication. It's communication. Communication is the key. Let me tell you, communication never stops. When I post to YouTube? Okay, I will. Communication never stops. Communication never stops. Let me tell you, communication never stops. It's just that we don't want to listen to what they are saying with their actions. Communication never stops. It can't stop. It can't. Because people are always communicating. Listen, no matter what frequency that you are on, No matter what frequency you're on, communication is always leaving you. The way how you're not talking, your silence, you're not answering your phone, you are not speaking, you are treating me badly, you are ignoring me, you don't talk to me, you are shoving me off, you are telling me that I don't matter, and that's communication. I say I'm choosing violence today. I'm serious. Communication never stops. It changes, but it never stops. It's like energy. Energy can't stop. It changes. It transfers. So understand this. Communication is something that you have to listen to. Many times you don't want to listen because it's not the type of communication that you want. Hey, Nia Love, it's not the communication that you want, so you're not listening. You expect communication to be a specific way. You want somebody to speak to you exactly what they are feeling. Sometimes people don't know what they're feeling. Sometimes their actions will tell you more than their voice can. The action will tell you more than their voice can. The action will say, hey, listen, I don't want you. You're not coming home. You don't call and check up on me. You don't talk to me. We don't have sex anymore. The sex feels ridiculously dry. What's up, K-Shap? How you doing? That's the rake. Shovel. You know, we don't even make love anymore. We don't even vibrate on the same frequency. That means what you like. Let me tell you this. When somebody can't stand you, a lot of times, if you sneeze wrong, oh my God, you always sneezing. Oh, every time I come around you sneeze. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Every time you open your mouth, something is, oh, here you go. And you know what though? That's so natural. It begins to be so natural, right? Rake and shovel, lack of action, facts. It begins to be so easy now. I know what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong is that people don't want you anymore. Hey, Khadijah, how you doing? Sometimes people just don't want you and you don't want to listen. You think that it's meant to be forever. We've been together for 10 years. We've been together 50 years. We've been together 1,000 years in the last life and this life. We've been together 10 years and you think time means something. Yes, I am still in Thailand. I'll be in Thailand for the next year and a half. Hey, Tasha, what's going on? But yeah, we think time means something. Our biggest mistake is that we think time means something important. You know what I mean? I can't say your name. Lisa. What's going on with you, Lisa? Yeah. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? We think time means something. So now, just because we've been together for 5 years, we say, I don't want to let you go. It can't be that easy to let go. You know, I don't want to let you go that easily because we have to fight. You know, many times you fight in things that's not meant to be. You trying to fight to just keep pressure in your life. You know what I mean? We are fighting to keep things. Listen, time is not real. Time is only real with the body. Seriously, time is only real with the body. Only in the physical state does time make a difference. So we've been together 20 years physically, yet time is not a real thing to actually base a relationship on. Because when somebody's ready to go, it's time. They're gonna cause disruption in your life. Listen, it's like giving birth. Even if you're not ready for the child to come out, even if it's not time, if it's not 9 months to the T, or however long it is, 40, what is it, 40 something months, 42 months? I mean, weeks, or 38 weeks, or 42. Even if it's 17 weeks, when it's coming, it's coming. When it's coming, it's coming. You cannot stop it. So sometimes you have to say, time is an illusion. Time, there's no time in the spiritual realm. Listen, lady, if you give your heart away, it's hard to get it back. You don't give your heart away. Your heart is right here. Your heart is right here. You can never give your heart away. It's just your mind is what you give away. It's not your heart. Your heart is keeping you actually alive. It's just those are programming. Those are mindsets. Those are things that we say to ourselves that makes the resistance build even more. You can't give your heart away. Listen, it's things that people say. I give you my heart. You can't give me your heart. You have your own heart. He or she has his own heart. Your heart ain't going nowhere. Your heart is. Listen, if your heart was gone, you probably would be dead. I mean, let's go deep. Just because you love doesn't mean that you give your heart away. That means you used your heart. If I love, I use my heart. I don't give it away because I need my heart for me to love. But you don't give your heart away. You can't give your heart away. You right there living. You right there breathing. Your blood is pumping. It's ticking. Your chest. Look, put yourself on your chest. Put your hand on your chest. Man, you're gonna feel it boom, 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 boom. Your heart is right there. It's the mind. It's the mind that's confusing you. What's up, Spice Jackie? How you doing? It's the mind that you are effing with. The mind is effing with you because the mind got familiar. The mind got caught up in the familiarity of this person. The mind got occupied in the identification. It identifies now with this person. That's the problem. When your mind begin to identify with somebody else, now there's a bond. Now there's a connection. Now there's something that's keeping you. Now what affects them affects you. What affects you affects them. Because now you're vibing on the same frequency. That's called love. So understand. Yeah, we are spirit. So understand this. Naturally, love happens. But the mind cannot. The mind hate changes. It's because the ego is part of the mind, right? The ego. I have gotten too attached to you. So now if you are gone, who am I? Bro, I think you never give your heart away, but maybe I'll... Listen, I'm not... Listen, many won't understand this. And your heart... Listen, again, lady, you cannot give your heart away. Your heart is right there. Your heart is right there. I think we love expecting that love could last. I give my heart away, actually. I mean, I was married for 14 years. I love to death. I love dearly. I was married for 14 years. You know how long 14 years is? Build a life, build houses, we work together, we see each other every day. I loved my wife. I loved my ex-wife to death. To life, actually. I think when I speak, many people think that, oh, you never experienced this. Yeah, listen, you can always experience things and actually become, you can elevate your consciousness all the time. You can always elevate your consciousness. You can always elevate. Listen, we love according to how deep we are. You can only love according to how deep you understand yourself. You can only love as far as you can understand yourself. And many times we don't understand ourselves. So we think our love becomes your crippling effect. You know, our love becomes what cripples us. If you allow your love to cripple you, then it's not love. What's up, Dr. Zocolo? How you doing? We allow love, which is supposed to just enlighten us, because we think love is, you know, when I love, because I love you, we are meant to be together. Understand this. When something ain't meant to be in this universe, I don't care how much you love something. I don't care how much you want it. You have to accept. And you know, it's not about being strong or weak. It's about being intelligent enough to understand some things ain't meant to be. And when it's causing disruption to yourself, when it's causing disruption to your life, when it's causing you to have anxiety and depression and anger and resentment, and you're keeping that shit right there, you're gonna lose it. For what? Not for love, to have an identity. That means now I belong with you, you belong with me. So no matter what I have to feel and experience and suffer, I want to be with you. No, I don't want to be with nobody that much in my life. Ain't not one person I want to be with that much in my life. That depression, anxiety, suffering, resentment. You know, when you have all those experiences, love is not actually there. That's not love at all. Love is not there, because love subsides when anger and resentment and jealousy and unforgiveness. Love subsides, and those things are strong and ugly. You know how loud? Do you know how loud anger is? You know how loud resentment feels? You know how loud guilt is? Man, listen. I think we are confusing because somebody gives you attention and comfort and all these things. We think that we give your heart. Listen, I could love you to death. I can love you to death. At the stage in my life right now, at the stage in my life where I understand myself, I can indulge in you, give you all that you need, give you all that you want, be there with you, be there for you, be there to hold you and everything. I could invest my all into you. But I understand when the moment is up. See, you have to be conscious. See, love is conscious. Love is not blind. Love is conscious. Love is not blind. Love is not stupid. Love is conscious. That's what love is. Enlightenment. I can love you 1 second. I'm not going to stop loving you, but I don't have to stay there. I could actually go and come and still love you. I could actually separate myself and still love you. I could actually leave. You know, these relationships don't be finished because love disappears. These relationships finish because of money, of pride, of ego, of cheating. Love's still there. Love don't leave. Love never leaves. Actually, love is one of the last things to leave because love is eternal. Love is enlightening. Love is a state of being and a feeling and an emotion and everything else. So love don't leave. Love do not leave you. So I think we are misunderstanding this love to say, he gave me my all. So if you could walk away, then he don't love me. Listen, you can love and still walk away. Because when you understand that this, and it's not love that threatens it, is being there in the same, listen. What's going on, Amina? How you doing? Listen, when I was in Iraq, doing this military nonsense that I was in, when I was in Iraq, when you're in a danger zone, when you're getting shot at and blown up, I was blown up. I was struggling for my life. I scared, anxiety and depression. No matter what I thought I was doing there, no matter what my purpose of doing it, listen, sometimes it was time to go. It was time to go. This is survival. See, many of us come to a relationship and we are surviving. You're not supposed to survive in a relationship. You're supposed to prosper. Survival is for your senses. It's for you by yourself, especially when you're not conscious. You are surviving life. But when you are in a relationship, if it doesn't make you, if it doesn't elevate you and inspire you, no. But many of us think that, well, I'm waiting for that. Many of us are waiting for the time where there was still good. Many of us waiting for a time where shit was good. Many of us are waiting for somebody to get back to the person that they promised you to be. Many of us are literally waiting for a time though where, he promised me that he gonna do this and he gonna do that and she gonna love me like this and she gonna love me like this and she gonna always be there. So I'm waiting for that time to come. Many of us waiting for that time. Listen, people lie. A lot of people lie. Hold on, let me put my light on. A lot of folks lie. People lie to us in the beginning. Have us expecting all these things. Have us expecting all these things about what they're going to do, what they couldn't do. People tell me all the time too, even now in this day. People, women tell me all the time, Kirk, if you were my man, I would. No, I don't listen to that crap. I don't want to hear that nonsense. That's just nonsense. You realize that promises just make you feel stupid. All those promises just make you look like a damn fool. Because what's a promise? A comfort to a fool. It makes you feel comfortable because it's just a promise. It sounds good. But now in the stage of our life, in our 40s and our 50s and our 30s, we have to understand it's facts over emotions. It's facts over emotion. People want to be emotional all the damn time. You allowing your emotion to control all your decision. And then you always end up in the same situation. But when you use facts says how I feel right now. Facts is saying how are you treating me right now. Facts is saying, how are you speaking to me right now? Facts is saying, do you go a couple days without talking to me? Facts is saying, listen, do you disrespect me? Do you belittle me? Do you bring me anxiety? Do you add to my... That's facts. We don't want facts. We want emotion. Well, I like him and I like her. I love them so much. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? You know what I mean? I like them, I like him, I like her so much. It doesn't matter what they do. I'm a ride or die. I ain't going nowhere. And that's both genders, not just one. It's both genders do it. It's not just men or women. It's both genders that do it. We wait. We just waiting for something to happen that everybody... Listen, man, we got to stop being so foolish, man. I think I think many of us are just in a relationship just because we can be. Just because we are bored. Just because we bored to death. So we just because I've been with them. I had people commented on my video saying I've been with him for 28 years and that's how long he been abusing me. But I don't understand. Why are you still there? Hey Monica, how are you doing? You know what I mean? Why are we still in relationship that don't make us any better? That doesn't improve us. Hey Yanni. That doesn't make us smile and make us happy. Why are we in relationships like that? What are we waiting for? Why are we waiting to be happy? Can you answer the question? Why are we waiting to be happy? Why are we really waiting to be happy? Now, a lot of men in my comment section, and a lot of women tell me, this video is gonna create a bunch of divorces and you shouldn't be saying that. I think we are so used and programmed, we are so programmed to think that let's wait it out. You don't know how much time you have left on this earth. Wait what out? I ain't waiting shit out. Well, you gotta go through some things. Yeah, you're gonna go through some things, but when you go through things, see, many times we go through things because the person is putting us through things, and the person ain't going through things. It's just you going through things. It's not both of you going through things. The person is putting you through things. We've been through so much together. No, that person put you through so much. You're not suffering together. You're suffering by yourself, while this other person is causing it. This other person is causing it, disrespecting you and hating you and putting their hands on you and cheating and doing all that stuff, talking about, we've been through so much. No, that person put you through so much. It's different. It's a big difference. Yes, Chrome? I'm just saying, it's a huge difference. What's going on, Queen Leo? How are you doing? We just waiting because somebody, and a lot of times, somebody put us through hell and we call that love because we are going through hell with this person. Many times you're not going through hell with them. They are good. They don't even hurt when they hurt you. When a person ain't hurting when you hurting, that shit ain't real. That ain't real. What's going on, Hanson? How you doing? Because in all reality, if a person is causing you hurt, because when somebody loves you, anybody here have kids? Who has kids here? Oh, children, not kids. We don't have baby goats here. We have children. Who has children? Anybody here has children? Inflicting the hurt and yeah. 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 A lot of us have children. Hey, McPherson, how are you? I don't children. You don't have children yet? But soon. Hopefully. If you want, I mean. Not hopefully, because I don't want to hope that on you, because I didn't want any neither, but I have some. Yeah, so we have children. Now, for those who have children, a niece or a nephew or something, have you ever seen them in pain? And when you see them in pain, don't you wish God would just, I'll carry it for you? Like when your children hurt, it's like, oh God. Like I see my baby girl cry, I'm like, oh God, God, give me the pain. Let me carry it. As a matter of fact, you could even multiply that pain. You could even multiply that pain 10 times. I'll take it. Her little boo-boo, cut me. I'll take her pain. Because I see my baby girl crying, I'm like, oh my God. When she cries, it's like my heart just like, oh. And she comes and hugs me, and I'm like, oh God, please make her, give me the pain instead. I'll carry her pain right now. Listen, people that you love, people who love you. Yeah, we're not talking about God, though. We ain't talking about God. I was just making, but I'm saying, those who love you, they're not going to make you suffer because they know if I love you, I'm suffering with you. A lot of times, if you suffer, I'm suffering. Because if you sad, I'm sad. Right? If you sad, I'm sad. If you're miserable, I'm miserable a lot of times. Because when you are connected and bonded with love, I could feel your affliction sometimes. So when your children is actually in pain, you want to take that pain away from them. So listen, why would somebody cause you hurt? Why would somebody cause you hurt continuously, especially if they feel your hurt? Because if I'm feeling your pain, why would I cause you pain so I can feel it? I mean, think about it. Because if love is present, if you in pain, a lot of times I have pain. So why would I cause you pain so that I can feel the pain? So therefore, after a while, I'm like, oh, shoot. If I hurt you, I hurt myself. When I bring pain to you, I bring pain to myself. So what's the point of bringing pain to you? No more pain. I ain't gonna bring no more pain to you because I'm suffering with you and it's not worth it. So after a while, you just cut, no. Let me protect this. Because now, when you love, you protect. The first order of business is to protect. So when I'm protecting this, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm protecting this, because when you go into something, I'm going through it. But many times in our relationship, people are causing you pain and suffering and pain and suffering and forgive me. No, if a person is suffering with you and going through the pain with you, that shit ain't love. That shit is some booby trap. I ain't love, that's booby trap. We being booby trapped. You know what I mean? Hey, Shalom, how you doing? We being booby trapped. What's going on, sexy soldier? Love conquers all. Yeah, I'm telling you all, man. We need to understand, man. Sometimes things ain't meant to be. And, you know, I think we keep those things in our lives for so long. Like many of us being in broken relationship for 10 years. And we're keeping them in our lives for so long that we can't even get what's supposed to be for us. We can't even get the things that's supposed to be with us. We can't even get the people who we're supposed to have, because we refuse to let go of what we don't need. I would die for my kids. Facts. Facts. Made by Nicole. That's facts. Me too. I mean, without even thinking about it, because it isn't something that you have to think about. It's something that you just do. You know what I mean? Hi, Godfather. How are you doing, Nadia? How are you doing? Hey, Bianca. I don't have a spiritual teacher. But so what I'm saying is this right here. We have to, whatever is destroying us, we have to destroy. You know what I mean? Whatever is destroying you, you have to destroy. Because if you don't destroy it, it will destroy you. I don't care how much you want it. I don't care how much you love it. I don't care how much you like it. I don't care how much you appreciate it. Sometimes certain things ain't meant. Certain things ain't meant. Well, what's going on, Mark? Thank you. Hey, Shona. Certain things, go ahead, Shalom. Certain things ain't meant for us to be in our life. You know, sometimes we were meant to meet, but we weren't meant to stay together. We weren't meant to be. Some people were meant to meet. But I think we take the meeting and we make it into something that we don't have no business making it into. We force relationship. Let me tell you when you know this stuff ain't supposed to be. Like I said, when it's very rough and rocky, when it's very rough and rocky in the beginning, sometimes it's just not meant to be. But a lot of times we think that the rough and the rocky stuff, we say, you know what? In my programming, that means that we just gotta try harder. Man, some things just ain't meant. Some things just ain't meant. Some things just ain't meant to be. But we are so used to struggling. We are so used to working extra hard. We are so used to doing the most. We are so used to doing all these stuff that we just don't relax and realize the law of least effort says that energy should flow smoothly and effortlessly. If it's not flowing smoothly and effortlessly, then the energy is being blocked. And when the energy is being blocked, until it's unblocked, it's going to cause chaos. It's going to disrupt whatever is going on naturally in your life. We have to actually understand that if the law of least effort says energy should be moving effortlessly. Many times we don't even want to acknowledge that. It's a hard thing to realize, but it's true. After 27 years of marriage, I had to leave him. Man, 27 years. Whew, 27 years. But I ain't gonna lie. After 27 years, man, to be honest, what you like becomes what they like. What they like becomes what you like. You don't even know you don't even know who you are anymore after being married for that long. I mean, which is not a good or a bad thing, but I think we get caught up into our identity being displaced into somebody else. After all them years, I want to destroy the relationship, which is destroying me, but I don't understand how. See, it's not about understanding how. It's about doing what you know that you need to know. Now, remember, you got to use facts over emotions. Fact says, hey, Queen Shami, how are you doing? Fact says, how are you feeling right now? How is your heart? How is your breathing? How is your anxiety? How is your energy flowing? Are you at peace? Are you in love? Are you in love? And I didn't say, are you in love with the person? Are you in love? Are you in love? That means, are you abiding in love? Are you currently in love? Not with people. I'm talking about in the state of love. That's what I'm saying? Are you literally in love? Are you in? Because when you're in love, the first experience of being in love is you. You are your first experience. Are you in love with how you feel? Are you in love with your mind? Are you in love with your heart? Are you in love with your body, with your presence? Are you in love with your mind? Are you in love with how you experience in life, how you express in life? That's the first stage of being in love. In love don't come with somebody else first. So people don't listen. That's second. That's second. In love means in love. How are you feeling? How are you experiencing this life? Are you happy? Are you at peace? Are you being disrupted? Is your energy flowing smoothly or is it being blocked? Are your manifestation working or is not? Are you inspired or you are not? Are you motivated or you are not? You have to use in love, meaning in love with this presence, with this life. But this life is what you're in love with. It's this life. Because remember, when you love somebody, it's because you're in love, right? And your love, your ability to love this life is causing you to love this life, because there's no separation from this life to your life. So when you're in love, the first experience is to love this piece of life. You know what I mean? That's what we have to do. But instead, we want to love that piece of life, but we have no... I love you so much that I will suffer. I will create cancers in my body, right? I will create anxiety in my mind, and I will create all this diseases in my energy. I will create all this back pains, all this neck and shoulder pains. I will create all this suffering. What's going on, Made Her Too? How you doing? How you doing? It's the best moment of your life? Which moment? Yeah, I mean, I'm serious, man. Like, this love that you have is for you. Just because you share it doesn't mean that they have to disrespect it. And you know what? The thing is, we don't realize that we are actually sharing this right here. It's actually your love that you are sharing. You choose to share it with somebody and they don't appreciate it. It's okay. But love this enough to leave. Love this enough to not disrupt this life. Love this energy enough so that you want your energy to flow. Because your energy is to create. You know why we are here is to create. The reason why you are here is to create with the universe, with God, to co-create with the universe. I'd be able to speak with you. I need your opinion. Yeah, Reese. Yeah. Hey, go ahead and inbox me, man. Fill your own cup. You gotta fill your own cup, man. You gotta fill your own cup. Hey, Ruby love. You gotta fill your own cup. And when you see your cup is empty, look at who you're with. Because people who love you gonna make sure you listen. People who love you are gonna make sure your cup is full. They're gonna keep reminding you to fill your cup. They're gonna make sure your cup is full. Because people who love you, listen. When a narcissist love you, most of the time they want your cup to be empty, because that's how they can overpower you. See, only an unconscious, I don't want to say weak person, because there's no weak or strong. I didn't see your question. Go ahead and ask me again. Okay, let me, you know what? It was your question that I had to answer. Let me see what your question is. Let me scroll up. My bad. I'm scrolling. You have to love yourself before you can love others. Facts. I want to disrupt. I didn't see your question at all. It didn't pop up. See, sometimes your comments don't pop up at all. Based on keywords that you use, sometimes they don't pop up. Your question didn't come up. Go ahead and ask me and change, like maybe you have a curse word in there or some filthy language in there that just didn't pop up. So you gotta ask me again. That didn't come up. When you let go of that baggage, it is so much better. Yeah, you can breathe better. I just woke up and one day walk away from 10 years relationship because I felt that I died. I'm telling you. What's up, Kaiser? What's up, man? I'm telling you. Listen, only a brave person do that. It's not. See, people say, "Oh, you are weak." It's not about being weak or strong. Because once your identity, listen, when you're with somebody for so long, or even a year or 2 years, your identity is being caught up with the other person. It's like a cohabitation. It's like your spirit and their spirit join together. You actually think that you need this person. After a while, you can't even believe that you need this person. Like, without this person, who would I be? You know what I mean? Oh my God, I just want to be with you. I can't see my life without you. And I think we forget. But it's not the heart, it's the mind that's screwed up. The mind is engaged in his own damn, you know what I'm saying? The mind is engaged in his own garbage. The mind is engaged in his own reality. So now we're talking about your heart. Your heart is perfectly fine. It's a mind that you got to program. The heart is, listen, your heart, ain't nothing wrong with your heart. Yeah, 27 years is a very long time. It's not the heart. The heart is already loving. The heart does what it do. It's the mind that's get caught up in the identity. The mind is what getting caught up into garbage. So we have to understand and we have to trust the process. The moment you start acting them out. Facts. People ask you, so what do you like to do? And you got to think, well, I think we like to. No, I'm talking about you. So I know this sounds like I'm a man who never loved. I'm a man who don't understand. I'm a man who never been heartbroken. I'm a man who never been insecure. I'm a man who never had to leave a situation. Let me tell you, I had to do all those things. I had to leave the country once because of a woman. Hey, Jamila, how you doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing? What's up, Queen Cicely? I think people think that because I'm a man and I look like this and I might be talking like this and I might act like this, you probably think that I never been in a situation. I've been in those situations that I talk about. That's how I could speak about it. I've been in a situation where I struggled for many years in places that I wasn't needed. Oh, thank you, Ruby Love. Thank you. I struggled I've been married for 14 years where I struggled for like the last 8. Struggled, suffer. I'm talking about suffered. I mean, I suffered. That's exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, I came from those places. Listen. Good to see you too, Queen. Good to see you too. Hey, Will Hanser, how are you doing? But yeah, I suffer too. But I understand now, suffering was just my choice. Suffering was my choice. I chose to stay there. I chose to say, well, my emotions are caught up into you and I love you and I've been with you for so long. I've been with you forever. So now without you, I don't know who I will be. Listen, you will be you without them. Because you were always you. As a matter of fact, when you was a baby, you were you. When you was a baby, you were you. And you were you at 10 years old and you were you at 15 and 20. You're not going to stop being you, but you are distracted from you. Because some relationship will distract you from being yourself. See, those are the ones that you don't need. Thank you. I'm serious. Some relationships will distract you. Because some people, check this out. You are a wise, beautiful God who sometimes gets on my nerve. Thank you, Crone. You too. You got my nerve too. Let me tell you something, right? Some people, you would get with some people and they want you to change everything about you. They want you to change the way you speak, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you look, the what clothes that you wear, things that you like to do, things that you hate. People will come into your life to disrupt your entire being. And I'm talking about a being that you love being. They want to come to your life and tell you all these things about, don't do. And you know what, though? You know what we do? We confirm to it. You were living before them. Yeah, facts. And you trying to confirm to it because you want to keep them so much. You want them to be in your life so much. You want to be a part of their life so much that you're like, okay, fine, I'll change the way I dress. Seriously, I change the way I speak to people. I change my social media. I change how I eat. I change my food. I change my thoughts. I change all these things about me because I want to. And when you do that, bam, you lost yourself. You just lost. You get, you confused. And check this out. What's even worse? You know why they want you to change? You know why they want you to change so bad? It's because they want you to fit somebody who got away. Sometimes people want you to change so that you can fit and become that person that they allow to get away. Listen to what I just said. They want you to fill that void of that person that got away. Now they miss that person so much that they want to come to your life and change you to make you become like that last person who they allowed to get away. Hey, Amber. And here you are now being somebody else that they still don't like because it's still not authentic. You don't even like yourself anymore because it's not authentic. It was never authentic. So now you are trying and forcing your best to become somebody that he or she once allowed to get away from their life, and he or she want to change you to become like them. Man, what? Listen, you don't understand. People want to change you to fit their idea of what you should be. How can a man or woman know what you should be? Yeah. How can a man or woman know what you should or shouldn't be? Listen, the key is before any relationship, number one, be comfortable being yourself. They're sure good people still. Be comfortable in yourself still. So let me say this. I was writing some notes last night. I was in the gym writing some notes. And I call this before you are with someone, before you end up being with somebody. I have a list of stuff. Because I think these relationships be whooping our asses. Yeah, this relationship, it was you first before them. But I think we hate ourselves so much that we lose ourselves in people. At this point in my life, I don't really care. I don't really want to be tied into anything. I don't want to be tied down. I can't be tied down. Number one, I can't be tied down. I can't. Number two, ain't like I said, ain't like I want multiple women or doing all this stuff. It's not about that. It's about I don't want to be with you where I can't be myself. I want to love you, but let me love you in the way how I love, because I understand my love now. Because after 42 years, I just got it. I mean, I just got it. So I want to love you, but understand that I will attach myself to you. But the amount of attachment that I am to you, I can detach instantly, because I understand each moment is precious. With you, each moment with you is precious. But each moment without you is still precious. Let me tell you, we have this tendency to think every moment I spend without you, I'm suffering. Stop suffering without people. Because you still got you. Stop suffering without people. What's up, Mom 3 Nair? How we doing? Stop suffering with our people, because now you are expected to that person to stay with you. Listen, I enjoy every moment. So now when people come to your life and they understand this right here, listen, with you, I'm perfectly fine. I love being with you. You are the best thing ever. But understand that the moment when I leave your presence, when I leave your face, or when you leave me for good, I am perfectly fine in that moment too. Because each moment is precious. It's not you that's precious, it's each moment. And in this moment, you are perfect. In this moment, you are perfect. And you're going to be perfect. You are perfect in every moment. But understand, I'm focused on the moment. Because you are just me. And I am you. I am you. Listen, we are one. So therefore, if I'm perfect in the next moment, you are too. So I'm not leaving you, or I'm not thinking that you are no value, or I don't want you. And none of them stuff. Is that I have to recognize that I only have moments. I only have moments to live. I only have moments. So I have to enjoy every single bit of them. I'm not going to allow one moment to go by where I'm suffering because you're not there. If you're not there, I'm still here. I need me. I don't need you. I need me. You need you. And if you need you to be somewhere else, why would I suffer? If you need you to be somewhere else away from me, why do I have to suffer? You need you more than I need you. And I need me more than I need you. And we have to understand and accept this. So that when people leave us, we don't, oh my God, it's so hard. Let me tell you what's hard. It's not hard to leave people, when people leave you, to be okay. Take your heart back, as we call it. It's not hard. It's just that we expect things to be a certain way. We expect life to be a certain way. We want our desires to be fulfilled exactly how we want. We want life to fit. We want life to fit exactly how we want it to fit. But guess what? You cannot fit life anyway. Life is too big. Let life fit you in places. Don't try to fit life to make, when life is saying it's done, it's done. It's okay. Because you know why? Let me tell you why. Life knows best. Life cannot fit. Life knows best. Life was here for 14 billion years. That's a lot of years. 14 billion years. How long were you here? 40 years? And yet you want life to fit? Because you think that you know better? Because you think you deserve this? Because you are entitled to this? Stop doing that. You are making yourself suffer. You are literally causing suffering to yourself. You're going to die sooner. Anxiety and depression and all these things just because life that you see is not going the way life cannot fit in your life. Don't trust me. Don't force life to be anything. Just let life live. Just let life go on, and you go on where life sends you. Therefore, suffering becomes, I hate the fact. Man, person phone, long time no see. How you doing? Inspect and adapt to life to allow you to live your best life. Facts. And you know what I can't stand, man? I hate when people think, Kirk, you never cared. I actually cared fully. I cared fully. I've always cared. I told you I cared. I told you I loved you to death, but you didn't believe me because when it's time, when life says, Kirk, I think that's it, I don't fight it. Listen, I don't fight nothing. Listen, people don't. I call myself the black monk. Am I a monk? No. Why I call myself the black monk? Because I understand mindfulness. I understand life is flowing. I understand life flows in ways that you don't understand, right? Hey, Giorgio, how are we doing? Life flows in ways that I will never understand. I cannot understand it. I don't know how it does it. I don't know why, because it was there for 13, 14 billion years before I came here. So life is flowing. And when life says when it comes, life said let it come. And when it goes, let it go. When it comes, let it come. Hey, it come. But when it goes, listen, let things flow naturally. The problem is the shit don't flow because you want to hold on to the things that's ready to go. Nothing stays forever. Not even you. Yeah. Nothing stays forever. Not even you. Let me say that again. Nothing lasts forever. Not even you. You don't stay forever either. And when it's time for you to go, guess what? You can't hold on to yourself. I don't care how much you try to hold on to yourself. You going. So why do we find it so hard to let go of people and cars and jobs and money? We're trying so hard to hold on to these things because we think, don't go, don't go. And the more you try to hold on, let me tell you this. You can know when it's time to let go because when you try to hold on, suffering builds, right? Suffering adds. Suffering is just whooping your ass. Suffering is looking at you in your face. You are suffering, but yet you're trying to hold on. I ain't going nowhere. Here comes anxiety. Here tomorrow, here today, gone tomorrow. Here comes anxiety. No, I ain't going. I'm anxious, but I want to hold on because I like you. I like you a lot. Here comes resentment. Oh, I resent you. But we've been together for so long. We think that we gotta live in all these things because we think we gotta live in all these long emotions. Some of these emotions that we are experiencing, that we are feeling, becomes our attitude. It becomes our complete personality. That's how some of us have fear. Fear was once an emotion that's supposed to, aware you that something is coming. Something that, hey, there's danger there. But you know what? We hold on to the fear. Keep the danger there, hold on to the fear. So now fear becomes our personality. Now everything you are afraid of, everything is fighting you, everything becomes a threat, everything. Now you're living in a state where your mind is not at rest, you overthinking, you always stress, your heart always beats fast, high blood pressure, and all these things because you are taking a damn emotion and expressing it every day. So now it became a personality. Now you're a fearful soul. You are a fearful soul. Now here you are. You're carrying an emotion of guilt. Something that went on for a couple of days and I'm guilty of something. You don't want to let go of the guilt because how do I let go of the guilt? How do I let go? Stop asking how do you let go and just let go of the damn thing. It's done. It's gone. That time is expressed. It's been expired, but your guilt is still there. And your guilt is something that you were holding for something that's not real. What's up, Victorious King? How are you doing, man? Hey, good to see you. What? The guilt that you're holding on to? Guess what? You're holding on it for no reason. Because what you're holding on for, time hasn't expired. The time has expired already. So you're holding on to this guilt. This guilt is eating you out. I'm talking about your organs. I'm talking about your sexual reproductive organs. I'm talking about you can't hold what the hell do you call it? You can't get sexually attached, or you can't express sexual stuff. You can't even get wet no more. You can't get hard no more. You can't hold an erection. You're bleeding heavily. You have lower back pains. Your hip hurts. Now you're carrying all this guilt. You're tired. You're drained. You're emotional. All this emotional. Now you gotta lose your entire woman part. All these women part that are taken out. You have to, hysterectomy and all these things, and your ovaries are messed up. You can't have kids because you're carrying something that don't belong in your life. You carrying stuff that don't belong in your life, but instead of releasing these things, how do I release? Let go of the past. Let go of the past. The past is gone. What guilt are you carrying from the past? Why would you carry something that's no longer existing? Only in your mind you're carrying these things. Only in your mind. They're not real. Your mind is an accumulation of what you experience. That's all your mind is. It doesn't mean that it's true. But if you experience it, it was the past. How do you let go? Do you really need to know how you let go? Understand what it's doing to you. If you know what it's doing to you, do you need to know how to let go? If you smoke one more cigarette. Oh, it's nice to see you just stop. All right. Pause. Yeah, the past no longer exists. If you smoke one more cigarette, good, Gojo, good. If you smoke, if a doctor tell you, if you smoke one more cigarette, you're going to die. Do you need to know how to stop smoking? Would you need to know how to stop smoking? People think if they let go, they have nothing. It's fear. It's fear. Still have thoughts, but don't entertain those. Yeah, facts. Facts, Victoria's King. Facts. PTSD. I got you. I understand that. I understand the PTSD. I'm an old soldier. I'm a retired vet. I served 5-time combat. I know PTSD. I know anxiety. I know depression. I know suicidal thoughts. I know, listen, I'm a 5-time, I've been in the army for 20-something years, in the military. And when I tell you I went to combat 5 times, and I saw some things that I should have never seen, and I did some things that I should have never done, experienced some things that I wish I never experienced. So when I tell you I know PTSD, I know PTSD. I'm 100% disabled vet. Now that's what I am. You see, you are looking at a 100% disabled veteran. That's what I am. Spiritual angel, what's going on, man? Namaste. Listen, I'm getting paid for TBI. I got TBI too. My brain shifted. The first time I got blown up in combat in Iraq, my brain just moved. I forgot everything. I lost memory. My brain was just messed up. I ain't know nothing. So you're talking to a 5-time combat vet. When I tell you, right? When I tell you, I know PTSD. I'm telling you, I know PTSD. I served in the U.S. Army for 20-something years. So I'm telling you, I know, but still, just because we experience those things doesn't mean that that's the final say. Because once you have breath in your lungs, nothing is the end. Nothing is written in stone. Your life can always change. Your life can always change. When I told you, what's up, Sky Blue? How are you doing? It's part of the memory. It's not even part of you. It's part of their memory. It's part of your experience. Listen, you know what? Do you know what I have? Yeah, look at me now, right? Listen, I don't think people understand. I'm 100% disabled. 100%. Listen, I got 90% arthritis, elbows, wrists, migraines, anxiety disorder, PTSD. I got paid for all this stuff. Back pains, broken bodies, broken this, TBI. Yeah, man, listen, I got sleep apnea. I got all those things. All those things I get 90%, 60% this. Listen, when I tell you, I've experienced a lot in my time, but understand this. It is not the final say. It ain't the final say. They told me I can't walk no more. You won't be walking no more normally. I walk I run. I sprint. I sprint. It's not final. Nothing is final. It is just a part of your memory. You are putting too much power on your memory. You are allowing your memory to override your imagination. I promise you, your imagination is a lot more powerful if you allow it to be than your memory. Your imagination is. But we don't use imagination. We tell our kids, your imagination is good. Use your imagination. Oh my God, I'm using his. Use your imagination. Let you be innocent. Use your imagination. Imagine you are whoever, superstar. Imagine you Spider-Man. We tell our kids, imagine, and these children will embody the energy of Spider-Man. Be jumping off couches and jumping off roofs, acting like they embody the spirit of Spider-Man. They're literally jumping off places and flipping. I know my son be doing that nonsense, and I'm like, dude, God, Jesus. He be jumping off things and wanted to beat my daughter up. Dude, hey, okay, enough of Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has enough. Spider-Man don't belong in my house. But I'm telling you, you gotta use your imagination. You gotta imagine certain things never happened. You gotta rewrite your story. My son be thinking that he is these Roblox characters. You better sit your little butt down. Don't let Roblox get you beat. Imagine something else. Imagine you in class right now reading. Go read a book. Okay, Daddy. Okay, good. Good reading, right? No, go read. Picture you Rapunzel. You know what I mean? Picture how that's going to be. And that's why our memories... Man, I'm telling you, man. But I'm saying, though. So I didn't want to get deep into the brain and the mind, the heart stuff. But before you get with somebody, number one, while you are dating somebody, hey, Creative Roots, how are you doing? While you are dating something or dating somebody, number one, don't try to change anything about anyone. Learn to love people as they are. I think our biggest problem is that you picture in your mind who this perfect partner is, right? In our mind, we picture who this perfect partner is, and when this perfect partner or when this partner can't fit who we imagine them to be, I can't love you. So your love is dependent on somebody's emotions or somebody's actions or somebody's lack of action. If your love is dependent on somebody's actions or what, I'm talking about, I ain't talking about actions that's hurtful or disrespectful or belittling you. I'm talking about just who they are. See, don't try to change anything, because when you're trying to fit them to fit your lifestyle, it doesn't work. They don't love themselves. They feel like as soon as I become me, you're gonna leave. They feel like as soon as I show you my real self, so now they're gonna feel it's like they're swallowing their own truth. So now they're gonna start having effect. All these bad effects are gonna happen to them. Now their power is gonna be minimized, right? Their throat chakra is gonna be closed. Their sacral chakra and their solar plexus chakra, the I am power, gonna die. So now being with them is just weakening them. You mean well, but being with them is weakening them. See, listen, just because you are the good person doesn't mean that you don't create chaos. Just because you are the good person doesn't mean that you don't care. Sometimes the good people, as you call it, create chaos in people's life. People can't grow with you. This is something that we have to understand. People can't grow with you all the time. Sometimes it takes you leaving for people to change. It takes you leaving sometimes for them to change. Man, if I didn't get divorced, I wouldn't be this man that I am right now. If I didn't get the divorce, I wouldn't be this man that I am right now. Chaos keep the world turning. You know what? I agree. See, people want your light. People want your light, but they don't want your darkness. Somebody asked me the other day, Kirk, are you a cheater? I said, yes, I am a cheater. But I thought you was I am a decent man. Kirk, are you a liar? Of course I'm a liar. I thought you was honest. I am. Kirk, are you a good man? Of course. Are you a player? Of course I'm a player. I thought you was a good man. I am. But I don't understand. What don't you understand? You think if I am everything, why do we always choose the good things? Why do we want to say I'm the good? If I am everything, of course I have the seeds of everything in me. I have the seeds of being a player, a little garden tool, or I have the seeds of being a liar and a cheater. I have the seeds of everything. I have the seeds of being nice and kind and loving. I have the seeds of being disrespectful and antagonizing and all. I have the seed of everything. But I thought you was... Stop thinking about who you think I am. Because who you think I am doesn't mean anything. I think we get caught up in people's identities for so long that we get hurt. Our mind gets so damn hurt when you realize that somebody is not what you think that they are. Stop putting your expectations on people. We are every single thing in this world. We are everything. And then you feel pressure to only be your best self when we are... Yeah. Man, listen, exactly. Listen, you are everything. But Kirk, I thought you was not a liar anymore. I am a liar. What do you think? Those things disappear? No, I could lie if I want to lie. And if I want to cheat, I could cheat too. Hey, God, let's just be how we doing. But, if we are everything, we always speak of the good things. I am this, I am sanctified, I am saved. But you are darkness too. And guess what? You know why you are light? Let me tell you why you have light. It's to find yourself through the darkness, because darkness was here first. The only reason why you get light is to see where you're at. That's it. The reason why you are light or you become light is to figure out where you're at now. You are still in darkness. You don't know anything. You are still in darkness. Listen, when darkness surrounds you, your light, your light only shows so much. It only shows so much. It shows where you're at. Hey, listen, let me put my flashlight right here. But your light don't enlighten every single thing in this damn universe. Your light only lights up a certain part. You are every damn thing, but you live in darkness. That's where you live in. We think that we are only light. Who's only light here? I am light. You're not light. You are more darkness than light if you think about it. Because there's so much things that you don't know. There's so much that you don't understand. There's so much that you can't see. And you know why you can't see it? Because they are darkness. That's why you can't see it, because it's dark. until you put your flashlight on it, is where you will never see them. So we gotta stop. I don't know why I went in that conversation, but so number one, don't try to change things about people. Allow people to be themselves. If you can handle it, handle it. If you can't, leave them alone. You should change this. No, you shouldn't. Some people bring your dog out. Exactly, Crone. But I'm saying, don't I just meet you 2 months ago and you want me to change this? Oh man, no. Red flag. You red flag up my entire life. You want me to change how my hair looks? Oh no, you got the wrong person. And the thing is, when you are so comfortable and confident in your own skin, when people tell you change this, oh, you just turn me off. Oh, you turn me off. See, when somebody is not comfortable in their own skin, too much energy taken. Yeah, exactly. Darkness is synonymous to ignorance. That too. But just same as black too. Black is synonymous to a whole bunch of negative things too. But it's not. Without darkness, light will never exist. There will be no place for light. But I'm saying, man, so don't try to change anything. Let people be. But learn to accept people for who they are. If you can't love, I think many times we want somebody, and I saw again just on social media, if you can't stimulate my mind, you can't have me. Listen, can you stimulate your own damn mind is the question. That's the question that people don't answer. Can you stimulate your own mind? Yes. Well, then what do you need me to stimulate it for? Why do you need me to stimulate it for? I don't need you to stimulate my mind. That's my job. That's my damn job. If I can't... See, many of us can't stimulate our own minds. If you can't stimulate my mind, listen, that's your damn job to stimulate your mind. You see, we got people in our lives. The reason why it's so hard to find people is because we have too much expectations of people. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. So don't worry. Just follow my YouTube channel. You see it on there. Because I know that this is like your third time asking. So I'll put it on there just for you, okay? With me today, but either you speaking good or I'm over the top. You probably over the top, Crone. But seriously, if you can't stimulate my mind, if you can't give me this, but what are you giving? Just go on my hey Regina, how you doing? Okay, for YouTube. If you want my hey Cav, if you want my YouTube, go ahead and go to my bio, and is a YouTube link there. Just the YouTube button. Just click on it. And you will show up. But if not, it's Conscious Kirk. Same as this, Conscious Kirk Hazel. Conscious Kirk Hazel for my YouTube. Hey Kizzy, how you doing? But yeah, stimulate my mind, Kirk. No. I ain't stimulating your mind. I'm not stimulating your mind. Your mind is your mind. Your mind. And you know what though? It's people who've been having their minds in garbage, watching porn and watching all these damn movies and all these disruptive things in their life. What's up, David? How you doing? I'm so glad I'm YouTube. Thank you. But I only put my lives on YouTube. I don't really make videos for YouTube by itself. I don't really do it. I just put my lives from here. I need you to stimulate my mind, but I don't want to stimulate your mind. A woman asked me once, Kirk, I know you need a woman to stimulate your mind. Actually, if you think about it, you can't stimulate my mind. What do you mean I can't stimulate your mind? Hey T-Shade. No, you can't stimulate my mind. That's not what I want you. I don't want you to stimulate my mind. I have my own powers to that. I have books. I got my thoughts. I got my own self to stimulate my own mind. I got my connection. I'm completely open to the universe. The universe, listen, I'll be in the shower. Hey, Crone, I'll be in the shower, taking my bath, being at peace, being at one, the water running over me, that element of water running on my body. Oh, shoot. So this is what this means. Nobody is there. No conversation is there. It's just stimulation happens at that time. I'm in the gym working out at peace by myself. Oh, matter of fact, that's why I came here right now, because my mind was stimulated from the gym. You cannot stimulate my mind. I don't need that. I don't need that help. We expect too much from people. We expect too much. We want somebody to come and give us stimulation. What that? You can't stimulate your own body. You can't stimulate your own mind. You can't create something in your mind that just seek knowledge and seek wisdom, and that's stimulation. Stimulation is asking a question that you don't know and seeking that answer to the question. What's the purpose of life? Man. stimulated. But you want me to come in your shitty life with your boring mindset, with your limited belief system, and change it. No, man, I ain't wasting my time with that garbage. I don't even want to come in your mind. No. Let me go. Kirk, stimulate my mind. No, you got the wrong Kirk. But Kirk, you conscious. I am conscious for me. I ain't conscious for you. My consciousness is for me. It's my experience and my self-expression. My connection to the universe. That's for me. If you can't get it for yourself, you don't need me for that. See, then this is why people can't stand me, right? They can't stand me because, Kirk, you conscious, I like you. No, you don't like me. You like me because you hear me speak and you hear me being to express myself in these ways. But you think this is how I am when you get to know me. I am this for me. I'm not this for you. I like me. And if I like me, usually I will like you too. If I love me, I'll love you too. So I don't expect much from you. I don't want you to give me so much. I don't need you to give me anything. And especially a lot of women, they are so used to giving. Give and give and give and give. I want to give you this. I want to do all these things for you. I don't need that. I don't require all that stuff. I only want a little bit. Because I could give myself. Listen, my growth has to continue. You know what I mean? Let me grow in peace. Kirk, if I was your woman, you would never have to wash dishes again. I don't want to stop washing dishes. Why would I want to stop washing dishes? All those things I've heard. If I was your woman, I would never have to wash your own clothes. Why not? I don't want to stop growing. I don't want to be crippled because of you. Listen, sometimes we become too much in people's lives. Hey Jay, how are you doing? And see, only people who are mature could understand this part. I don't have woman roles and men roles. I don't have all those stuff. But I think you give too much of you and you expect too much back. That's the problem. You expect somebody to come in your life and change your entire being. That is you. That's your job to change you. Because my consciousness, people swear. Yeah, people swear that, I need you to change. No, listen. You don't like God. You don't like Jesus. You're an atheist. You don't believe in what I believe in. Hey, listen, we could still be together. I could care less. And that's your experience. As long as you don't judge what I'm doing. I'm not going to judge what you're doing either. Because if that works best for you, do it. But my job is not to come in a relationship and change your way of being. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that effect on you. Now, if you ask me questions, I'm going to answer you in my way. But be confident in being you. When you are confident in being you, I like you even more. That's the facts. Haven't figured out how to love ourselves. Easy to love. I'm telling you, man. But we want to change people. And I have a big problem with this because people expect me. People expect me to. No, I don't want to change you. I don't want to change you. If I like you right, just like that, stay there. You ain't got to change. If you want to change, maybe if my example is allowing you to see the changes that you need, listen, by all means, do what you got to do. But me telling you, hey, why don't you believe in God? But no, that's your business. That's your experience. I love you to death, but that's your business. You'll be ready when you are. Because we waste our energy. You know how much energy you waste on people? Thank you, Chrome. You were perfect too. But evolving together. Listen, sometimes we think, I've outgrown him. I've outgrown her. You can't outgrow people. You are judging yourself based on where he's at. Or where she's at. You're not outgrowing people. Nobody outgrows anything. You can't outgrow somebody else because they're not part of you anyways. How can you grow? How can you see, I outgrown my nose because my nose was so big on my face and my face, my face was small, right? I had a small face when I was younger, but I had my big nose. My nose was the same size when I was 2 years old. Can you picture that? At 2 years old, my nose was this size. So now I've not outgrown, but now my face have come to a place where my nose look normal. I'm just telling you, I've outgrown my nose. I'm not really outgrown it because that's not the right term. But how can you outgrow something that's not a part of you? I grew into my nose. right. But I don't have to grow into anything else. See, the thing is, how can you outgrow someone? Hey, Chef Nico, how are you doing? It ain't like you outgrow. Listen, just because me and you together and you want to go to college and you going to school and you want to get a high paying job. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I don't want that. And if I don't want that, and I'm perfectly at peace in what I'm doing, I'm contributing, I'm still doing the things that I'm supposed to do. Why are you worried about what? You're not outgrowing me. You outgrowing you. And now your judgment, I creative roots, and now your judgment of who I'm supposed to be is whooping your ass. Now you think you are outgrowing. You're not outgrowing me. You can't outgrow me. You cannot outgrow me. I cannot outgrow you. Just because you choosing to do, you are choosing. This is your life. This is your existence. This is your way of life. This is life that you chose. I'm choosing this. And because I'm choosing this, a lot of times we choose a life to be. Like especially when we get conscious. I'm conscious now. So the man or woman that I'm with, if they're not conscious, I can't be with them. It's time to go. Listen, let people live their life. You get conscious for you. You get conscious for you. Now judgment comes and plays a role. Now you should be like this because I'm like this. No. Let you be like that. That's your experience. I know many people don't see that. I know many people don't agree with that because I know it's kind of different. But I'm talking from a different conscious level. I ain't talking from a relationship. I'm talking from a conscious energy part. And I know it's kind of hard to understand. Or you don't need nobody to stimulate your mind. It's your mind. You had it for 40 years. You stimulate it. If you can't stimulate it, don't expect me to stimulate your damn mind. It's your mind. You stimulate your garbage. I'm just saying. I read it. I'm telling you, I'm conscious. Well, I'm a conscious brother. So people expect me to stimulate. I don't want to stimulate your mind. I don't want a woman who I have to stimulate her mind. You stimulate your own stuff. And when you stimulate it, you realize that you don't need me that much. Because I don't need you that much. Listen, I love having you around. I love your presence in my presence. I love the way you feel and touch. I love the way you taste, smell. My senses enjoy you. See, come on now, let's be adults. My senses enjoy you. My energy that I feel when I'm around you is at peace. I enjoy you. But damn it, you stimulate your own mind. I stimulate mine. As a matter of fact, when you bring me an idea and say, Kirk, what do you think about this? Now we could stimulate each other. Now we could have a conversation that will. But sometimes when you have a low, like when you want to talk nasty, let's talk nasty too. Let's talk nasty too. But I'm not going to stimulate your mind. That's not my job. My job is not to make you happy either. See, I think a lot of times we go in a relationship, I want a man to make me happy. You crazy as hell. What's going on, laddie? Loving the high vibes. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm telling you. I met this woman one day. I just wanted to make me happy. You know? No. Nope. See, back in my prior life, I was, oh, you want to make you happy? I'll make you happy. And I will use that as fuel to fuel my ego. Oh, I could make you happy? Oh, let's do it. Now, as a conscious, relaxed man, no. I don't want that. I don't want that task. Because if I could make you happy, I could tear you up too. And I don't want that. That's too much for me. I don't want to handle that. Because you can't make me happy. What's up, Gina? How are we doing? For our own happiness. Listen, I don't want to make you happy. Cook, you can make me happy. You can't. I make me happy. You live with yourself for 30-something years. You can't make yourself happy yet? How do you expect me to do it in 2 years? If in 40 years you can't make yourself happy, how do you expect somebody else to make you happy in 2 years? Come on. Cut that nonsense out. These expectations are whooping our asses. Right, Kaiser? Peter says I'm not to answer for. Listen, you want me to make you happy? Oh, I can't. I don't want to. I just want to exist in your life. I just want to experience you. And you know what? Don't experience you. I may experience the darkness that you come in. I may experience some attitude and some ugly moments. But that's all part of you. And I understand this. But I think a lot of times, man, we think somebody got to put up with our garbage. You got to put up with my... No, I don't have to put up with anything. I don't live that. I don't live in that situation. It's different when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't need or have no need for that type of stuff. It's different. See, when somebody needs a relationship, they put up with anything. When somebody don't need one, it's certain things that they just not... I'm not putting up with you. I'm not bringing my garbage here. And I understand that we carry part of us, past, part of the past and part of our identities in a relationship. I understand this. I mean, we all do. We all do, right? We all bring stuff in a relationship. Listen, but when you feel entitled for me to actually put up with your stuff, I don't have to. Yeah, needless. I don't have to put up with anything. I'm choosing to experience the full you, but I don't have to. I don't have to. I saw this video. It says a real man will put up with your attitude, with your mouth, and with you. I don't put up with. No, that's not true. I think, a real man should handle. I don't handle people. I handle dogs. I handle snakes. I handle a gun. I handle things that has no brain or no minds. I don't handle anything. I don't handle a human being. I don't handle women. I can't handle women. I don't have to handle you. If I gotta handle you, I don't need to be with you. I don't need to be around. And you know what? Those are things that I actually experience in my consciousness, because I don't really do things that brings me any drama anymore. I think that part of my life is over. Listen, I might like you a lot. Hell, damn it, I might even love you so much. I just can't. Now, it's facts over emotion for me. It's facts over emotion. I like you to death, but I'm not going to allow my energy to keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. One day is up, next day is down. One day is up, next day is down. And you know what? At this stage of my life, it don't matter how much I love you, right? If I know I'm making you feeling angry and sad and insecure and a whole different... No, I would rather let you go, because I don't want to bring no pain. I made a vow about 7 years ago. I made a vow after I realized I hurt people, right? When I was sick, I hurt people. And you might call it abuse. I did some hurting. I did some years of hurting people because I was hurt myself, right? And I made a vow about 7 years ago. I will not bring hurt and pain again. When I realized there's pain there, when I realized the pain could actually grow, when I realized my being there is causing headaches and stress, and I would rather leave. It doesn't matter how much I love you or like you. I will not bring pain to another human being on purpose. I can't do it. Because I understand that we are one. I understand that we are one. I understand that we are one, right? I understand that we are one. So therefore, me hurting you just hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Me doing ill stuff to you, do to myself. Because what you do on the outside come back on the inside. So now I have to recognize me causing damage. I have to bring it back and I would rather leave the situation. Hey, helpful lady, how you doing? So I made a vow to not hurt people. On purpose. No, don't get me wrong. People are gonna be hurt regardless. People are gonna be hurt by their own emotions and their expectations. But if I'm in the way, I refuse. The law of one, yeah. I refuse. What's my thoughts on toxic family? I don't have thoughts on toxic family. I don't think now again, I don't. You know, when they ask Jesus, when they say, hey, your mother is out there calling you, he say, who's my mother? That's my sister. And that's I don't believe in that type of stuff. Hey Yoli, how you doing? I'm not Aries. I'm not really one to stay in anything that messes up my energy. That fluctuate my energy up and down. I don't have that issue in my life. Again, I'm using facts over emotions. Yeah, we family. And I don't have to not love you to leave. The fact is that we can still love each other, but let's love from a distance. Let's love from a place where damage won't happen. Let's love from a place where suffering stops. Let's create distance in our love. I don't, and you don't have to want to stop loving people. Yeah, you don't have to stop loving people to leave them. You just gotta understand that that word is I always struggle with toxicity, the toxic stuff. Understand sometimes toxic traits happens two ways: the giver and the receiver. A lot of times we are receiving things in a toxic way from our toxic traits, from our toxic thoughts, from our toxic mentality. Sometimes the way how you are receiving certain actions and all these stuff sometimes is toxic. Because, people won't do what they want to do, but you have to understand too, you have to be in a place of unbothered. You have to be in a place where you are comfortable being yourself. So you don't always think that it's about you. You don't always think that they are talking about you. You don't always think that it's your worth and it's you that they are speaking about. Sometimes people actually, when you judge somebody, you're not judging them, you are judging yourself, right? When you are mean to somebody, it's not about the other person. It's really about it's about what's going on within you. When you're angry, it's what's going on within you. What's up, Crone? And when we start to understand that people are gonna do according to who they are, sometimes what they do has nothing to do with you. So it's about not receiving things in a toxic manner also. So sometimes it takes two to understand this. People are free to do what they want to do. But sometimes you are free to react how you want to react. You have a choice in how you react. And if how you're reacting is bringing anger and all these stuff, sometimes, you might have to create distance until you fix that part of you that wants to react. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to fix that part of you, that anger in you, that all that stuff in you that wants to react. Sometimes you got to create distance. But until you get to the place where I allow you to be you. I don't want to change you. That's how you express in life. That's how you express in life. That's you. I think we tend to be bothered because we don't like how another person, how another being is expressing their life. That's their expression of life that they have the right to express it in any how they want to express it. And if they are saying and doing, that's them. They are doing it because of who they are. But understand, sometimes you have to create space until you fix it. And creating space don't mean that you're being rude or, that you're leaving your family. And I think we put too much stuff on family, especially, I would never leave you, even though you punch me and you kick me and you abuse me. No, sometimes you got to do what's right for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is the way it is. Now, if you live with them, it's a little different. You know what I mean? If you live with them, it's a little different. Now, you might have to, especially as a dog, sometimes you're going to have to cut those ties. You're going to have to get your own place. But calling people out is important for them to, sometimes, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's not always that easy. Actually, nothing is ever easy. Nothing is ever, a lot of things ain't easy, but we adults, we got to do what's right. It's not about what's easy. It's really not about what's easy. And I think people think it's my PTSD talking. It's not PTSD talking at all. I think when you study mindfulness, when you study a whole lot of things and connection and understand energy, it's not PTSD talking. This is actually me I practice being this way for the past 6 years. I actually practice what I speak for the past 6 years, 7 years. I've studied and studied and studied and studied, and I practice and I practice and I practice. And I've developed a sense of attachment, and I detach. If I attach, I detach. If I love, I don't need to hate. I don't need to stop loving. I love, I embrace. But I understand. I understand myself. And once you understand yourself, a lot of things make sense. We get attached to situations, to people, to identities, to beliefs, to certain ideas. We get attached to those things. And if you get attached to a thought and a thought is making you go crazy, change the thought. Just change it. You don't have to. It's hard. It's hard because of the attachment. There's nothing hard except the attachment. Yes, you definitely need to post this on YouTube. Have you ever read the book, The 5 Levels of Attachment? Let me see if I have it here. Give me a second. Dang, I have a lot of his books. Now, I like this dude. I like this dude a lot. And I think from him alone, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his books. And in 6 of his books, oh, 5 of his books. This is the wrong one. I have 5 of his books on hard copy, but I have some more on my computer. But when I started my journey, this is one of the first books I've read. This one of the first ones. The 5 levels of attachment. I know somebody's thinking that I have I have PTSD issues by the way I speak. You have no idea. I have just studied and became the best version of me. So this right here is a great book. The 5 levels of attachment. Awesome. You begin to understand how you attach to ideas, to belief systems, to people, to certain groups, identities, genders, and all this stuff. These attachments that we have. This book will actually have you understand. All right. Hey Marva, how are you doing? The Voice of Knowledge is another. I love this book. This is from the same author, Don Miguel Ruiz. This book is awesome book. The Voice of Knowledge. The Voice of Knowledge. Great book. The 4 Agreements is one of my favorite books. One of my favorite things that I use is, don't take things personal. Don't take things personal. So this book right here is awesome. Same author. The 3 Questions is a great book. I bought this later on. This is a great book. The 3 Questions, Don Miguel Ruiz. And this one is one of my all-time favorite. The Mastery of Love. The Mastery of Love is amazing. When you start reading these books, you will start to understand why I speak the way I speak, why I actually believe the way I believe. You're gonna start, and for some reason I brought this book, so I think it was meant to be. Hey Crimson, how are you doing? This is called You Are Here. This is all mindfulness. Now I have a lot of books that I read from time to time. Thank you, Marina. Oh, thank you, Vera Lala. That's a heck of a name, huh? But You Are Here is a great book. It's a great read. It's just a mindfulness. So I know many times I speak and I'm misunderstood because you think that I'm speaking from a place of stupidity. But understand that this right here, this is a place of studying for years and practicing for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. I have nothing to be careful about. Life is not that carefree. I don't. But so listen. So where I was going with this, I wasn't going into deep stuff about these books and stuff. Okay. Hey Steph. Hey Stephanie. So I was saying, before you are with someone, the first thing you do is don't change stuff about them. Number 2, I think we gotta understand that we have to have something to offer. Because I think we look for some, we look for so much stuff, I hear people always say, if you can't give me this, and you can't do this for me, and you can't help me out, and you can't do this, and you bring money, and then I can't want you. And I have to ask the question, what's up, Yoda? How you doing, man? What are you bringing? Because a lot of time we forget that we have nothing to bring. Sometimes we forget we have nothing to give to people, but yet we need somebody, especially when we are attractive, right? Especially when we are extremely attractive. A lot of time we look for people just because we are attractive to give us stuff, to bring all these things. You know what? If you don't do this for me and do that for me and you can't do this, then I don't need you. And but we never say what we are able to give. Oh, thank you, Sugar Mom. Thank you. Sometimes we don't even have nothing to give at all. We have nothing to give sometimes, but we expect to be given. We expect to be given everything. Sometimes we have to actually realize that sometimes we have nothing to give. The third thing that you do before her being attractive, that's the gift. Oh, man. You know what, though? I mean, I was in the gym today thinking about the same thing. I think we spend so much time trying to be attractive, right? A lot of men assume money solves all problems, and women need more than that. I agree. But you know what? I don't think a lot of men think money solves a problem because a lot of men don't have money. You know what I mean? Give more, take less. Yeah, teaching our Buddhism. Now, in my heart, I'm a Buddhist monk. In my heart. but I don't fit the description of it in my physical. Man, it should be, yeah. Um, I was thinking about, everybody tries so hard to be sexual and sexy and physically attractive. And I think we don't understand that people who are physically attractive get left, get cheated on, they get the same treatment. Because to be physical, to think that to be physically attractive and sexy is worth so much, you're going to be misguided. Because it's really not. I don't care how good you look. I don't care what you look like. What you look like to us. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good sexually. You know what I'm saying? It's good that somebody could have you on their arm. It serves its purpose. But I think we spend so much time trying to look good that we forget trying to improve our mind. Yeah, well, for sure, right? I think we stop improving our minds. Now people don't read. Like, let me ask you the question, right? Facts. It needs to be beautiful. Facts. Let me ask you the question. How many books have you read this year? Right? How many books? And you don't have to answer. I'm just asking. Like, how many books have you read this year? Because we put in all our money into the looks, but how about not the brain, but how about in the consciousness? How about your ability to actually think, to actually be conscious, to actually be, build on your wisdom, Hey, Sharon Smith, how are you doing? 8 Chrome? That's a lot. So many made by Nicole. That's amazing. But I think if we do a good balance, like I work out every day. I work out every single day. Maybe 6 days a week I work out. I go to the gym. And it's not to look good. It's just to keep myself in peace because my brother's retired, so I don't really work. One of my rule of thumb is I read at least 10 pages a day. 10 pages of any book. 10 pages. If you read 10 pages a day in a year, you read 3,650 pages. You know how many books that is? You see what I'm saying? Do you know how many books that is, man? That's a lot of books. That's a lot of information that you can use to do as much as you want to do. Hey, no bundles, how you doing? Hey, winter April? Is it winter April? If you read 10 pages a day, that's about 3,000. Give me your piece of place, huh? Yeah. That's about 3,650 pages a day. One book is about 200 pages, 150, 200 pages. Imagine that's like 15, 16 books. I'm telling you, man, like we got to see what's important. But I think we depend on looks so much. We depend on the looks, the physicalness. And don't get me wrong, it's good to see somebody who's attractive. Listen, everybody wants somebody who looks attractive. I mean, everybody look. But looking don't mean a damn thing. Because if I look and I don't see deeper, I'm not interested. I mean, you're cute, but when we meet people, we have to understand that people have nothing to prove to you. Seriously, people have nothing to prove to you, whether relationship-wise or not. People have nothing. I think we try so hard to have people prove certain things to us, especially before we get into a relationship. You gotta prove this. You gotta prove that I could trust you. Prove that I could. No, trust. To be honest, let's be real. I know this is not a popular idea, but trust is initial. So is respect. Trust and respect is initial. A matter of fact, I'll even go as far. This might sound ridiculous to you. Love is initial too. Love is very initial. Love don't come later. Love begins. Love was in the beginning. Love is always in the beginning. Love is always in the beginning. This year, except 2 was your recommendation. Oh. Trust is hard when you are being broken. When your heart chakra is out of alignment, trust is hard. When after every bad breakup or bad situation, as we call it, or divorce, or we gotta work on the heart chakra. That we gotta work on the heart chakra because there is the heart chakra when we get disappointed or we're being all these things. Understand that trust is going to be trust is an effect that the heart chakra is closed, is imbalanced. The heart chakra, if the heart chakra is imbalanced, trust is one of the hardest things. Because you hear people say, I don't trust people. I don't trust no one. Don't trust no one. That's your heart chakra is closed. Your heart chakra is not well. So you got to heal your chakra. You got to balance your chakra. Because if your chakra don't balance, it could create chaos in your life. It could create all this stuff. You can't connect to people. You can't receive or give love. You don't feel comfortable. You can't take compliments. You can't give compliments. You're afraid that people don't gonna love you, and afraid that you're not gonna be enough. After a while, your heart, and then you're gonna experience and express life that way, thinking that that's normal. That's not normal. Your heart chakra is kind of closed. If your heart chakra is closed, trust, it becomes very hard. After you being broken and stuff, I mean, we all being broken. I don't like to use the term broken, but we all being hurt. We all being hurt. We all being damaged, as many would say. Sexy soldier, that's for you. Comprehension and understanding. Communication is just that. Doesn't mean they understand. Yeah? But trust, love, actually all those things that we look for love, we look for trust, we look for peace, we look for respect. Those things are initial. Because those things start with you. Those things are what you bring. When somebody asks me, what do you got to bring to the table? I bring trust and love. And I bring peace within myself. You know what I mean? Like, what table are you talking about? That's a stupid question anyways. What do you bring to the table? I have my own table. You have your own table. You know what I mean? Crown Goddess, you know what? I haven't promoted my workshop. It's not full yet. I still have some spaces left for my workshop, my healing workshop. I think being valued is important as well. Oh yeah, being valued is important. But you know what? Somebody could value you as much as they value themselves. Many people don't value themselves, so it's very hard to experience. It's very hard to be valued by them, because if they don't know their value, they will not know yours. If they cannot recognize, if I can't recognize my value, I can't recognize yours. I'm sorry. Especially if I don't recognize your value, then I'm more of a physical nature. See what I'm saying? If a lot of times, if I don't, if you want to be a part of my workshop, you go to my website. My website is on my bio. It's a healing workshop. We use a lot of meditations. We're gonna do a lot of meditations in there, a lot of knowledge. It's about 3 to 4 hours long, and it's a very small group. So we use a lot of meditations. Actually, some meditations are gonna bring out things out of you that you don't even know that was there. We're gonna bring out some things out of you. We're gonna kill some soul ties that you have, that you may still have, in that you are drawn to somebody but you can't help it. So that's gonna be all in my workshop that we're doing next Saturday on the 21st of May is my workshop. If you want to sign up, please go to my website and click on the top banner, and then sign up for the workshop. But it's gonna be it's very amazing workshop. This is my website right here. You just click on this right here, and it takes you to the workshop, and then you just sign up there. But it's a healing workshop. We do a lot of, even your body's gonna feel different. Your body, your mind, your spirit's gonna feel a lot different. So go to my website and sign up for it if you wanna experience that. If not, it's okay. I don't know when I'm doing the next one after May 21st. I might do one again maybe in July or August. I'm not sure. But this one is gonna be my last one for a while. Yeah, it's only 10 people allowed to sign up before it fills up. So if you want to sign up, go ahead and sign up. If not, it's okay too. But somebody asks, how does one start to heal the heart chakra? One start to heal the heart chakra. There are certain meditations that you can do, certain colors. Certain meditation techniques. But let me tell you one way to heal the heart chakra. It's to love again. It's to love anyway. It's to trust anyway. Those heal the heart. To love actually heals the heart. And to trust heals the heart. And many times when you realize that you don't want to trust and you don't want to love, and you don't do it because you don't want to, then you are actually going to be suffering even more. So you got to sometimes do what you don't want to do. What doesn't come natural. You got to do it, which is love. Sometimes love is not natural for us anymore, but you have to love. Sometimes trusting is not natural, but you have to trust. But what we lack the understanding of is trust is you trust yourself. That's what you trust, yourself. And when you trust yourself, yourself will align you to those who needs or those who you can acknowledge in certain ways. Because you can't trust a thief. You can't trust a thief to actually. Why don't you get? I don't know. My TikTok be messing up my stuff, man. I don't think they want me to you know. But yeah, yeah, you were very late. So listen, before you start another relationship, like I was saying, love and trust and respect is for. I think many times we wait until we find the perfect person to love, the perfect person to love. We wait until we find them, and if the person don't fit our description of being perfect, the one that we gotta love, we love them anyway. I mean, we don't. I don't want. Sometimes people are gonna bring themselves to the relationship. A matter of fact, a lot of times who you attract is your own self, and you don't even see yourself because you can only see yourself at one angle. Sometimes you see yourself in one angle, and when you see yourself in one angle, when you see the mirror of you, when the other person is looking at you in your face, your relationship is looking at you. This is not me. Why am I attracting this? But it is you. Look at a different angle. Look at a different part of you. Look at a different side of you. Try to focus on a different parts of you that's carrying certain energy or certain vibes, and you will see it's really you. See what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Made by Nicole, definitely. But many times you always attract you. You always attract you. You always attract you. And when you see what you're attracting, sometimes you laugh and say, okay, what do I need to change about me so I can stop attracting this right here? Because this is not what I need in my life. So sometimes you got to look at what you attract to see to figure out what you need to do to elevate your consciousness. Yeah. I'm trying to wait for a relationship till I have learned trust and love myself completely. To be honest, trust and love yourself completely. Does that really happen? Trust and love yourself completely. I think that's really a story that we tell ourselves. Because you gotta start one day, right? And when you start, you just gotta trust the process. I think, like when somebody say, I made a video just this week and I said, you don't heal what happened to you in your past because you can't go back and fix it, but you can heal or be conscious of your thoughts and of your beliefs and your suffering of what's happening right now in your mind. That's what you gotta fix. It's not what happened to you, So I think we are too emotional. Not too emotional, but I think we trust our emotions more than we trust our intuition. We trust emotions over intuition. We trust emotions over intuition. We trust emotion because we think if we are feeling it, then it's true. But we don't understand, right? What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? What we don't understand. So it says, Sugar Mom, negative thoughts. So there's no such thing as a negative thought. Okay? There's no such thing as a negative thought. Thoughts ain't negative or positive. Thoughts are just thoughts. The way you judge them is negative or positive. But thoughts are just thoughts. Now, if you think something is negative, you're going to naturally build resistance towards them. If you think a thought, if I think this way, it's negative. Now you are building resistance, right? Man, I am great too, Michael. I am great, man. Hey, thanks for joining me. If you build, so as soon as you say, this is negative thoughts, what happens now? The mind creates a reaction, and now we start to push it away. And as you start to push it away, it's like me saying, don't think about the monkey. And when I tell you don't think about the monkey, that's all you can think about because you are trying not to think about it. And as you are trying to fight the thought, naturally what happens is that the thought becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. Now you are giving it gas and giving it energy. So that's just from you thinking is a negative thought. Don't look at thoughts as negative or positive. You say emotions, when they say emotion do take over first. Emotion don't take over. Emotion takes over when you allow them to take over. Understand that emotions are energy that lives in your thoughts, right? And they are something that you felt before. They are records of the past, okay? They are records. Emotions and feelings and thoughts are just records of the past. The reason why you are feeling the emotion is because you have felt it before. So the mind creates, if the mind recognizes something as familiar, it will create the same response. You call that emotions. You call that a feeling. So now the body that you have, that you are vibrating on, you are vibrating on this body. And sometimes these energies, since our body is used to, it's like, okay, let's say this right here. Let's say you have a partner, right? And let's say every Monday, let's say every other day, you are having sex, okay? Every other day, you are used to having sex, okay? Every other day, you get it in. When the partner leaves, right? When the partner leaves, okay? Now let's go a little deeper. Let me try to make an analogy. When you break up with the partner, going from us having sex every other day just to a complete stop. Guess what's gonna happen? Every other day, your body's gonna remember, I'm supposed to be having sex. This is 3 p.m. I usually have sex at 3 p.m. Because your body is physical, so it keeps a track of time, okay? The body is physical. It keeps track of time. The spirit doesn't, but the physical body does. So the body says, okay, it's 3 o'clock. Damn, I'm horny. You don't need no reason to be horny. There is no point in being horny. But the body expects it every single time. So now, just because the body feels it, you know what we do? We feed it. Here you go. Here goes the sex. If you're horny, get the sex. Not realizing that you are experiencing a record of the past. The body keeps records. So these emotions that you are feeling, these feelings that you are feeling is keeping a record. So if your body is used to feeling anxious, anxiety, anger, resentment, then the body is going to feel it regardless if you are in a situation or not. Because that's what it feels. That's how it lives. That's the program. It became programmed that way. Because remember, after a while, when the body is doing things, after a while, the body becomes the mind. Do we understand this? The body becomes the mind. When is the last time you brushed your teeth and thought about brushing your teeth at the same time? When is the last time you have brushed your teeth, and while you are brushing your teeth, you had to think about brushing your teeth? When is the last time? When is the last time you were brushing your teeth, and in the moment, in your mind, you was actually there in your mind? Let me go left and then right. Let me go up and down. No, I bet not. I bet when you were brushing your teeth, your mind is on something else. Your mind is on going to work. Your mind is on breakfast. Your mind is on your past, your ex, in the future, when I go to work. What my boss gonna say? Your mind is completely gone. The body becomes your mind. The body is your mind, actually. Your body is called the unconscious mind. Because when it learned, like driving. You remember the first day when you went trying to drive? You remember the first day when you drove? Do you remember the first day? You look back, you look in the mirror, you fix your mirror, you set up your hands in the perfect way, you start the car, you were looking, because right now your mind was being used, right? You're looking, you're seeing everything pass in the mirror, you are checking everything out, you are making sure that you are good, right? You are making sure that you are good. So you just, now when you start to drive every day now, it's been 5 years. When is the last time you think about driving? No, you just pull out. You go. You going. You don't even know how to. You don't even remember how you got. How did I get to work today? Did I miss any lights? Did I hit somebody? My mind wasn't even there. How did I get here? Yeah, in the beginning you are nervous, right? Because then your mind is being used because it's brand new. But as you do it so much often, your body no longer needs the mind. The body becomes a mind, muscle memories. The body becomes a mind. So now you don't know, how did I get to work? Have you ever got to work and don't know, how did I get here already? Did I run any damn lights? Did I hit somebody? You don't even know, because your mind was gone. Your mind was on something else. So understand this. These emotions that we feel, a lot of times your body is just used to feeling them. So when your body is used to feeling them, then what it does, it generates a certain thought, because you have to match the frequency. Your body, your feelings is the language of your body, and your thoughts are language of your mind. Your body and thought, your body and your mind would always be in tune. Always. Your body and your mind would be in tune. Your feelings are language of the body, and your thoughts are language of the mind. They both will speak. So when you start to feel this feeling that you are used to feeling, here comes the thought that sets in. And now the thoughts have to match the feelings, because now you have to be in equal harmony. Because your body, how you feel, and your brain, how you think, will be in harmony. Now you are thinking exactly how you are feeling. And now as you are thinking it, the feeling grows. And as you are feeling it, the thoughts grow. And as you are thinking it, even as your thoughts grow, your feelings even growing. So now you feel, now this emotion that you are feeling becomes powerful. Now you think that this emotion is real. Oh my God, I can't believe. Now you start to live in the emotion. You begin to live in the emotion. Now you're living in it. And now your thoughts are in it. Now you are vibrating in that state. That's law of vibration. That's what law of vibration is. Your body vibrates. Your thought, and the reason why you can't have a good feeling and a bad thought is because it's not in harmony. Have you ever been mad but have good feelings? Like good. Have you ever been angry but felt good? Probably not. It's kind of hard to do both because it's not in harmony. One will have to take over. You're going to have to switch to the other. It's very hard to be angry and pissed off and still feel good. It doesn't happen. And it's very hard to be happy and joyful and think bad things. It don't work. Your thoughts, if it's one thing that you can learn, your thoughts and your feeling will be in harmony. Will be in harmony. If you don't like the way you think, change what you feel. I promise you, it will change. No, it doesn't. It doesn't remember anyone easier than the other one. Do you remember? Let me ask you a question made by Nicole. Do you remember? Okay, Nicole, how many children do you have? How many children do you have, Nicole? Let me know if I'm too personal. What's up, Joshua? How you doing? Greetings, Tony Thomas. Yeah, nobody tapping the screen. Huh? Nobody tapping the screen. Lord have mercy. I don't do psychology. I do consciousness. But check this out. Do you remember every time? Do you remember when your children were born? Do you remember when they were born? How were you happy? Were you sad? Were you miserable? Do you remember the exact moment? How you felt? How it felt? The experience? Was it a negative feeling? I mean, was it a negative experience or a positive experience? Hey, thank you, Joshua. Thank you. Nobody tapping the screen for real. It was, well, yeah, you felt the pain. But let me say this. The mind remembers your strongest reactions. That's what it remembers, your strongest reaction. The more stronger that reaction is, so if it's a negative thing, the more stronger it is what the body remembers and the mind remembers. The body only focus, the brain takes stronger reactions, whether it's, as we call it, negative or positive. The stronger reaction is actually what it keeps. It holds on to that reaction. So now that reaction, while it's there, when it sees something familiar, it gives you back the same reaction. It gives you back the same reaction. But many times, if a person is seeing the negative things in life, well, I don't see negative or positive. I don't see bad or good. So I don't have those reaction stuff because I don't judge things based on good or bad. Or negative or positive. I just see whatever comes. Whatever goes. Whatever it is. I don't know if it's good or bad because I think we judge things based on good or bad because we think we know what it means. But if you understand this, it took everything to make that happen. It can't be bad or good. It just is. Nature is nature. Bad is something that we don't understand, and so is good. On other, I disagree. I got you. I understand. Most of the things that I say is ridiculous anyways. But I get you. So what I'm saying is this right here. Sometimes you can't trust what you feel. Because what you feel It's not what's happening right now. When you focus on the present moment, when you focus on the present moment, that's all that matters. You can actually give yourself a new feeling. Can somebody feel how they want to feel? Do you think somebody could feel how they want to feel? It is how you react, so it's bad and good. It's defined by you. Yeah. Right, Kron? Exactly. You know, like we call it negative or positive thinking. There's no such thing as good or bad thinking. It's just thoughts. You just label everyone because we are so used to judging. The human being is always, the human brain has to always judge, naturally, right? Judging things good or bad. Hey, Miss Emily, how are you? You know, we want to judge everything that we see and how we, you know, if it causes this reaction in us, oh, it's negative. And if it causes this sort of reaction, oh, it's positive. Sometimes, you know, we just have these things in us that we just, oh, no, I mean, I didn't mean that it was ridiculous for real. I mean, I was just saying sometimes it's different. It's just different type of information. How can we stop judgment? How can you? That's a great question. You know what? That's one of my best questions. How can you stop judgment? See, you know, that's kind of hard to explain because oh, thank you, Mayba Nicole. Thank you. I'm very honored from you saying that. How can you just stop judge? I mean, how can you stop judgment? You have to stop judgment by just accepting what is. Sex Cinderella, how you doing? When you actually realize that you don't know anything to judge good or bad, you know, you don't know anything to judge good or bad. Okay, let me give you an analogy. I like my analogies because my analogies are so simple, and I think for me they make sense to me. Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? Let's say I go outside, I get in my car tomorrow, and somebody hit me so hard, right? Somebody hit me so hard in my car. It just tore my legs up, right? My legs were just gone. I was crippled, right? We would say, that's bad. Oh, Kirk, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I actually went to the hospital, and I stayed there for a few days, right? That same night I'm in the hospital, let's say my house, at 3 a.m. my house burnt down. But I was in the hospital, but my house burnt down at 3 a.m. And if I was in there, I probably would have been burned up because let's say I live on the 12th floor. And my house was, or my apartment was burnt down so quickly. Now, is me going to the hospital and getting crippled, is that bad still? Is that bad still? Or am I lucky that I was in the hospital? So which one is it? I went outside today, I got in a bad accident, my legs came off, I'm amputated. The same night while I was gone, my house burnt down, and I probably couldn't have escaped. Now, which one is worse? Which one is bad? Which one is good? Is there such a thing as good or bad? No, things just happen. Things happen. We don't understand it. I think we try to understand, right? So I'm lucky, right? We are trying to understand something that we can't. You see what I'm saying? So if we just allow things to be, because we don't know, there's a life. You know, you are just one little dust, one little speck. We are just one little speck of dust in this life. That's all we are, right? That's all we are. And when you just realize that things are going to happen that you have no control over, you don't have to judge, because it took for this one moment to exist, right? It took every bit of God's creation, everything that exists. It took the stars and the sun and the moon and the planets. It took the galaxies, and it took the plants and the seaweeds and the ocean animals. It took the elephants and the tigers. It took everything, the ants and the centipedes and the dust and the trees. It took everything to happen right now for this moment to actually exist. It took everything for this moment to exist. Everything, because we're all connected. So everything had to align for this one moment to exist. How can you fight that moment? When it took everything for that one moment to exist. How can you fight that moment? You can't. How can you judge that moment? You really can't, because we don't know. All we see is eye level. All we see is one speck. All we see is from our eyes that's being programmed to see whatever we want to see. We don't know. So how do you stop judging? By understanding that judgment, your judgment means nothing. It only makes you suffer. Limited knowledge and yeah, facts. Your judgment causes you to suffer. It's all in alignment. You know what I mean? Your judgment makes you suffer. If you judge me and say I'm too ugly, I'm short, I am this, it's making you suffer, not me. Because your judgment don't make anything suffer but you. You're the one suffering. You're the one who's blocking. So it's so you stop judgment by the more understanding is the more you stop judgment. The more you understand. So like a lot of times we see an animal that we don't understand and we want to kill the animal. You know, it's a snake. Let's kill it. Why? Understand the snake. But if you understand you, then you understand the snake. The snake just want to live. There is nothing in this world. There's nothing in the animal kingdom that says take my life. Nothing. So because you don't want to say take my life, you know, you don't want to give your life up. So if you understand that part, and when you see an ant and the ant see you and you know that the ant see you, sometimes you gotta understand why is the ant running away? Because the ant knows that you have it in your mind that you want to kill it, you want to step on it for no damn reason at all because you don't understand it. You're afraid that it might bite you. Ant don't want to bite you. Hey Gambiak, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm great, Betty. How are you? The ant don't want to bite. The ant ain't biting you. The ant just want to live in peace, just like how you want to live in peace. But many times we don't understand, so we fear and we judge. yeah, you're right. Humans we kill everything that we don't understand. So we have to understand. When you understand you, then judgment actually decreases. Because you are everything. The big picture results. And then is totally different than, yeah, facts. That's facts. Because we don't know anything. And I think the more wisdom that you have is understanding that you don't know anything. So wanting your life to be this way, and if you don't, you know how many of us suffer because our life don't end up, and you don't understand that. How many of us don't understand that you don't have a life? You are life. You don't have anything. You don't have a life. You don't have a life. You are life. You are expressing life. You don't have it. You're just expressing it. If my life don't happen to be like this, I'm gonna suffer. No, why would you choose to suffer? I'm going through a divorce and it's not supposed. Yes, it's supposed to be. Like, chill out, relax. Why you suffer when you judge though? If you call things for what they are, because you don't know what they are. Do you know what a frog is? By looking at it, you don't know. That's what you call it. But do you really know what a frog is? Do you really know what anything is? So how do you say it's something? You know, you see a frog jumping, that's a frog, but that's all you know. Because that's the name that the humans give to it just to identify it physically. But things, do you know, when you look at an atom, right? When you look at an atom, in an atom, there's an electron. And that's what exists in an atom, right? The electrons and right? But the electron only takes up 0.00001% or 0.0005001% of the physical part of an atom. You know, 99.99999 of the atom is empty. Do you know it's empty? Do you know 99.99999% of an atom is empty? This ain't philosophy. This is just consciousness. I call it. I don't know what people call it. I just call it being conscious and being aware. So now, what we think we know, we don't know. Think about it. What you are or what you think you are is literally 0.00001% of what you are physical. 99.9999 is empty, is blank. There's nothing there. There's no thing there. At least that what we can't see anyways. But by the likelihood of things going in a certain way, it's biologically programmed. I don't know what you mean. So why I said we suffer because we judge things. Your judgment causes your reactions. Your judgment brings your own fear. Your judgment creates resistance. I understand it. When you judge things, you resist things. Based we don't even know ourselves. Based on your judgment of things is how you suffer. Quantum physics. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Listen, this quantum physics they all play a role in consciousness. Believe it or not, they all play a role. I study all this stuff. I study them because because you got to study all these things to have understanding. Well, for me anyways, I just want to study it because I want to have more understanding of certain things so that I won't judge things based on what I think. But yeah, it's quantum physics. I study quantum biology. All the quantum stuff. This stuff is so damn amazing. It's so amazing. But if you know that that's quantum physics, that means you there too. My percentage carries 100 trillion cells. Yeah! How amazing is that, Chrome? How amazing is that? I forgot what I was saying. So it's by your judgment. Like for instance, if you think I'm bad, right? If you say, you know what, I don't like your attitude and you're bad. So but every time you see me, your cells in your body is like, So have you ever met somebody that you just couldn't like you just couldn't stand them? Like you thought they was the most filthiest, the most annoying, the most he's pretty good too. He's really good. I have a few of his books too. I have a few of his books actually. Remember, I read a vast of everything, but more of the conscious science and all that stuff. Have you met somebody that every time you see them, you just get angry? You just become bitter. You just become resentful. You're like, I can't stand you. Like every hair on my body just crawl. That's because of your own judgment, and your own judgment is giving you reactions that you don't like. Your own judgment based on somebody else is making you suffer. Those reactions is actually you suffering. You don't consider those things as suffering because you don't see the results that those emotions are causing. See, many times we don't see the results of stress, right? We don't see the results of stress instantly. And we don't see the results of our thoughts instantly. So therefore, we keep those thoughts and we keep having a stressful lifestyle. We're thinking that it's perfectly fine. But understand, those short bursts of energy, strong energy, makes you suffer. Listen, made by Nicole. Every day you have a right to hate. You have a right to hate. You have a right to be everything. You have a right to do exactly what you want to do. You have the right. It's you expressing it. Nobody's saying you're wrong. I would never say you're wrong to express your hate, to express your dislike, to express your love, to express your peace. You have a right to express everything. But understand, with the right comes consequences. With everything with every feeling and every thought comes a consequence. Everything creates a consequence. So even though, yes, I have a right to feel resentment towards you because you disrespected me and you told me all these things and you treated me bad, I have a right to resent you. But my resenting you don't help me. My resenting you will never help me. I can say, you know what? I don't need to be in your presence. Let me go. But me resenting you, I'm good. It's blocking my energy from, it's blocking the energy that I want to go out from going out. That's all it does. It's just a distraction. It's just a distraction. I mean, but to be honest, but like you said, we have a right to express life in anyhow we want to express life. You have a right to hate, to love, to feel anger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with emotions. Emotions are not bad. There's no bad emotions. It's just that we label them bad because we think that they're bad. But if you don't think it's bad, right? If you don't think anger is bad, what's going to happen is this. When you get angry, if you don't think it's bad, you won't resist it so much. Sometimes you get mad because you actually allow yourself to get mad. You get angry because you are angry at yourself for being angry. So it's because when you resist, the feelings grow. The emotion grow. The resistance grow. Okay? So when you become angry, if you don't think it's bad, you will see it will pass. Because you don't hold on to it, it will pass. They all pass. If you just give it room to pass, it passes. Resentment passes too. Somebody do you wrong, resentment is going to come naturally. But sometimes you let it pass because the longer it stays with you, it's the longer it's going to disrupt your life. Because now you begin to build on that platform. You begin to build and plant on that platform. Emotions are based on past experiences. Facts. They are records of the past. That's what they are. So, I mean, I ain't saying that anything is wrong to feel or to express. Express life how you want to express life. It is your expression of life. If you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? If you like it, I love it. I've been talking for a while. I didn't even know I was talking for long. If you never judge, you don't discern. What about right judgment? I don't do right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. I don't, but I understand what you're saying. If you never judge, you don't discern. You don't have to judge to discern. You can feel. It's not about judging. So how do I discern if somebody is for me or not for me? When I come around you, and my energy is being pulled, probably don't need to be here. I don't need to judge because I don't know what it is. People ain't bad because listen, because my energy don't agree with yours doesn't mean that you are bad or good. It means that my energy don't, it doesn't elevate around you, actually decreases. I'm not judging anything. I could just feel. When you start to feel your energy being pulled or pushed or increase or decrease, you can feel. But I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are. I don't know what you're carrying. That's your business. Whatever you're carrying is your business. Because it doesn't have to be bad things. It just means sometimes I just trust my feelings. I trust myself. But I understand what you were saying. Like you saying calling spade a spade. If that's what you do, there's nothing wrong with it. Assessment versus judgment. Facts. That's a good point, Gina. That's a very good point. Listen, I don't want nobody thinking that I'm saying I'm not a rigid person. I don't speak rigidly. I speak in a way that, listen, you do